our partners at CEC and utilities, all the way down to the ports. We even had Matt Schrapp from the Harbor Trucking Association come today to put on a tie, which was quite unusual. He had a comment, if I can just get staff to respond to this, basically concerned that perhaps some of the smaller fleets are not going to access the funding and the numbers that we are hoping for, and that we can maybe lift the funding restrictions, including the amounts and the purchase requirements for large fleets, and open that up if the small fleets don't come as we expect. Do you have a response to that, staff?
So I'm going to ask Peter to respond, but I'll just say my understanding that actually this program has been very successful and there's been a lot of interest. So the premise that it's undersubscribed is not quite accurate, but Peter, if you could address that directly, please.
Thank you, Dr. Cliff. Yes, the board last year in the funding plan, of course, recognized the importance of small fleets. And I would just say that looking at what we've seen over the last year, your direction has had the desired impact. We talked about ISEP a little bit today already. Great example of incentives that support small fleets, both for direct purchases as well as more innovative models like truck as a service and others. In fact, looking at the stats on how things have changed over the last couple of years, 2 years ago in HVIP, we had roughly 12% of our applications were from small fleets. This year, about 40%. So really significant change in that shift to supporting small fleets. The policy direction is having the desired impact. And yeah, we've heard the term undersubscribed. It doesn't really apply to HVIP. HVIP was meant to have funding continuously available, not having stops and starts. That's particularly important for small fleets. Small fleets owner-operators do not have the flexibility to time a purchase when there's funding available. When they need a truck, they need a truck. So it's really important that we have that funding continuously available for small fleets. So I think it's just important that we continue to continue on that policy direction and make sure that we're supporting small fleets through our incentives like HVIP and ISEP.
Terrific, and I know how important getting Drayage right is to our board and to the staff, and whatever we can do in the South Coast to assist that, again, as ACF starts to kick in next year for that sector. But lastly, I want to thank the other board members, Dr. Shaheen, Ted Borgen, that picked up a little bit on the comments for Earthworks and Jobs to Move America. I don't need to hear more on that, but I am interested both in some of the jobs piece sources